Hi everyone, welcome to another piano tutorial. This is Miracle Anderson. So in today's class we'll be learning about African praise. And then I'm still focusing on beginners. Okay, so if you follow the last lesson, I mentioned some tips that will help us learn African praise. I will still name some of them in this lesson. I also gave us some points of which I also mentioned here. So I said, first of all, know the chord progression of the song. So I might be playing 5 to 6 songs in this tutorial. So learning how to know the chord progression of a song has to do with ear training. Okay, so train your ears, and if you don't have somebody that will train your ears on that, you can join my ear training class. Contact the number on the screen or the one in the post. So I said to play African praise or Nigeria praise, any kind of praise, number one, you have to know the rhythm. Okay, so I downloaded these drum loop from Dami Pilgrims. So that's his name on the screen, Dami Pilgrims. So he posted this drum loop on his YouTube page. So those of you that are in my class, you also have access to the drum loop. You will not have to download it. I will post it there. So understand the rhythm. Now what I mean by rhythm is listen to the drum beat pattern. Now without the aid of the keyboard, how many songs can flow with this beat? That is the meaning of rhythm. So another word for rhythm, just say beat, drum beat. Okay, the pattern. If you listen carefully, this is not makosa. If you sing something like hey, my God is good, it will not enter. Which other song here? I go to follow you, they go follow it will not enter. So that is rhythm. Every different songs have different rhythm, and most songs fit into certain rhythms. Okay, so now this drum loop is called woro praise. It's a woro. Yeah, so most African high life goes with this. Like you are marvelous. Okay, so I don't need to spend more time on reading. So see, the teenagers in my church that I used to train in my church, I do tell them, whenever the choirs are singing songs, make sure you are writing them down. There are songs that flow with certain pattern. Write them down. Ask your choir people. Like when I was learning, there are these two girls in my church. One is good at Makusa, the other one is good at High Life. So I will give them book and pen. Write for me 10 to 20 High Life songs. You write for me 10 to 20 Makusa songs that you know. And so I kept on collecting, and then, but as of then, I have not trained my ear so that good to play new songs. So what I will do is I will spend night upon night, VG upon VG, scoring these songs. That is how I learned. So I do tell you guys, go out, listen to what other people are playing, so that you can um, gain more inspirations. Okay. So we're done with rhythm. Number two is the chord progression. The chord progression of the song. Very important. So how do you, as a beginner, this is what we advise you to do. Like these songs, I'll be putting their chord progression on the screen, but don't depend on this. Go and make sure you engage your ears in ear training, okay? So, what a marvelous God, what a marvelous God, He has done marvelous things for me. So, know the chord progression, and like the advice I used to give is try playing the song as a worship song, like a very slow, at a very slow tempo. What a marvelous God, what a marvelous, He said to do marvelous things for me. Today, oh, I will lift up my voice and pray. So outline them as worship songs. You don't know a song and then you want to be playing today. How will you? You want to perform miracles, right? Or should I say magic? Okay, so number one, rhythm. Number two, know the chord progression. And how do you do that? Don't get the chord progression fast. Get them slow. Get them slow. Almighty God, Almighty God, that is your name. You will never share glory with anyone. You will never share glory with anybody. Almighty God, that is your name. So the songs I mentioned, these are songs I will play. Excellent, oh Lord. Excellent, oh Lord. Your name is excellent. Excellent, oh Lord. Or you can also play like this, because I've heard other people play like this. Excellent, oh Lord. Excellent, oh Lord. Your name is excellent. Excellent, oh God. So this is why I say go out, listen to what other people, guys that are ahead of you. Don't be proud. I call it pride. I don't want to mention that it was this person that taught me. That is pride. Go outside. If you don't understand, ask questions. Go outside and learn. That is for that. So number three is the vamping method. Okay, so remember, if you watch the part one, the same thing I mentioned, the same time I'm still mentioning. That's because these three principles always work. They always work. Rhythm, chord progression, and your vamping pattern, or the style you want to apply. And the style must respect the rhythm and the chord progression. It must respect them. You don't want to be playing jazz when the chord progression is not jazzy, when the rhythm itself is not a jazzy kind of rhythm. So respect every genre the way you meet them. Okay, so I've mentioned that. Now let's go to the song. So sorry, I've not mentioned the rhythm for the vamping pattern for today. So in the pattern, I think I did this was the rhythm the part one. So if you have not mastered it, please go back to it and master it, because this one will be more complicated, a bit complicated than the first one. So this one is like this. Can you see? So now we're using the two as the re on the first inversion. So this is re on the first inversion. We're using it. Let me call it a diatonic passing chord because it's not outside the key. Okay, so anytime you're playing a rhythm, so after that, remember the first one was okay. 1, 2, 3. There is another part. So this one will be sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one has 4 vamping style. Sorry, 4 vamp count. So the one usually stay long. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Or an chord. So before you begin to play any chord progression, now I'm saying this now, some of you will not obey. This is the challenge. Because an exercise is boring doesn't mean it's not effective. Most of the effective exercises most of them are boring in nature. Why are they boring? Because you have programmed your brain that it is the main thing that you want to play, so you don't have to exercise. And that is where many of you fail. Before I begin to play this, I exercise a lot. Sometimes 2 hours, I am practicing only one vamping system. That is how you gain perfection. For God's sake, you have many days to play. Why not choose a week, or a few days to master a particular rhythm? You have heard professionals play, and then they are mixing different kind of vamping pattern, different kind of melodic stuff, different kind of many things in one song, and you want to play like them. What they will not tell you is that thing you are seeing is the combination of thorough rehearsals, but they will not tell you. So you just come and then you want to play like them. It's not going to work that way. So master every vamping pattern, then it will become very easy to mix all of them. Because when you just play one time and you think, oh yeah, I can play, don't worry. When you want to combine them, you will find out that your hands will be looking out for chords. You will become so confused. You will begin to miss chord progressions. That's because you do not train your hands enough to store those movements. So the exercise I'll be giving you is practice this movement on all the 12 chords. All of them. So don't go and be, or if that will be much, practice it on your major chords, because this vamping is only on the major chords that I use it for. Sometimes the 6. But the 6 is not the 2. The 6 will go to the 5 or the 3. But I prefer the 5. So let's leave that for now. We are only on the major chord. So this exercise. So on any key you're playing, This is what your left hand playing. So then so you can practice this exercise on. Practice it 2 hours per day. Within 3 to 4 days, you should be perfect. If you like, don't obey. Because if any one of you in my class come to ask me a question that I know that I've answered in this video, I will just refer you back to the video and I will not answer the question. Okay, so this video is going to be long. All right, so let's go to the praise now. This rhythm is slow. That is because it's for a lesson. Now, if your church sing fast song, you can increase your speed, but don't alter the vamping. Once the rhythm increase, that is a beat increase in speed, you are also going to increase your own speed. So excellent, oh Lord. If you watch the part 1, I also mentioned that there are certain songs that the chord progression of the song will not allow you to play the rhythm complete. So So you must not play the whole rhythm. So remember I told you that your vamping must respect the rhythm and the chord progression. So a song the chord progression has already gone to 5, but because you want to complete your rhythm, you are still on the previous chord. Don't try it, please. Always remember this. Your vamping style or any pattern you want to play must respect the rhythm and the chord progression. Alright, so I will stop here with this. So see you guys in another lesson. Bye.